I'm Jo Hall and I make JoJo Gnome Story Podcast. I'm delighted to be making a new project at the minute, which is for early years and all about maths and creative story making, and it's funded by Creative Scotland. Now, as part of that project, I'm finding a new friend for JoJo Gnome and creating a new character. And I went to Hamilton School for the Deaf to work with those amazing young people there so that they could help me create that character. As part of the research for the project, I had to start off by finding out what the children wanted a younger audience to know about being deaf.
When I did my unborn, I don't hear anything.
I like music because it builds me excited.
Deaf and hearing people are just the same because they're all kind now. They should be human beings, and the only difference is that we communicate by sign language or just speaking.
Then it was time to get planning and get some ideas together in mind maps. One of the favourite parts of the project for everyone is when they drew their own version of the character. I then pulled together those ideas and added in a few of my own. So, meet Ella the elf.
Ella is JoJo Gnome friend.
Ella is an elf.
Ella knows sign language. Ella like bright rainbow colours.
Like Marsh and Fall.
Ella is good at making new things. Ella doesn't like when people are fighting.
Ella is very talented to make everyone laugh.
Ella like this and she done my chum.
Ella is deaf and wears cochlear implants and help her to hear.
The character is very creative, it's very imaginative. Whenever you put something to our pupils, it's fantastic to see the ideas that they come up with, and I'm really pleased to see how there's been something from each pupil's idea or ideas pulled into this one character.
I mean, chum, but then June and speak me with Abby.
Some of the ideas that Joe picked were my long legs and my boots.
They were the boots and the hair.
And I love the fact that she wears cochlear implants as well. I think that's really important to have that for the deaf character, to show that cochlear implants are common, and it's great for raising deaf awareness.
The pupils did more than just create Ella, they made this film too.
I think the project has been fantastic for our pupils. Learning happens for them visually. The more visual learning they can have, the more beneficial it is to their overall understanding and development. So for us to be teaching our children about jobs like interviewer, interviewee, producers and directors, it might not make much sense to them, but to actually take on those roles in a project like this intensifies their learning so much.
I like filming because it's really good and cool.
I think we're starting to see more deaf characters in stories. If I think back to when I was at school, I never remember seeing a deaf character in a story. There's a few different reading schemes that we use in the school, and there's maybe been one book in each reading scheme that's had a deaf character. It would be nice to see a reading scheme that's fully based on deaf characters. I think that would be really engaging and inspiring for deaf pupils. But do we see enough? I think there could be more representation of deaf characters in children's books.
I like Ella 100%.